Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for December. I can't believe we're here already. I always say that, but I really can't. You know, we are winding down the end of another year. 2025, which was, of course, the year of the snake, has been full of transformation, of challenge, breaking the patterns to find your way, to really make sense of things. And let's face it, you certainly had to embrace your personal power to learn how to adapt. Now, you may not be feeling like it, but you're entering December like a total warrior or a warrioress. You've been through some stuff, and now the karmic rewards take place. But it's not over just yet. Although November brought a course correction due to 5 planets being retrograde, the planets this month shift gears to thrust you into more positive outcomes. For December has arrived in all its glory, and we have officially moved into sparkly Sagittarius season. Now this means it's time to rewild, to lean into your spontaneous side and envisage new adventures for your future. This is the month to embrace duality and exist within 2 worlds. The world where you just got the world card right there as your protagonist energy. Of course, the world that you will exist in first is where you live in the moment to make that final push to accomplish great things and close out projects. Then, of course, release all the pressure of the year gone by, engage in meaningful conversations, get lost in music, be more active, and say yes to impromptu events and leave your comfort zone. Now, the second world is where you allow your mind to wander for your future, exploring all the new possibilities, reimagining what life can be, setting new goals and expanding on current ones. Sagittarius season encourages wanderlust, so you might just book that vacation spontaneously or even that course that you've been looking into. For although December winds down the year, it's the portal to an exciting new beginning, a gateway to the fire horse year that lies ahead in 2026. And what better way to set yourself up for 2026 than to exit through the Sagittarian gift shop of life? What are you checking out and taking with you for 2026? And what is firmly left on the shelf to gather dust as you speed away into your successful and abundant future? Now, Uranus, which is a planet of shock and surprises, it will be retrograding Taurus, and this will help you discover a bargain and keep an eye on finances to avoid any of those future shocks. And of course, the final supermoon of the year occurs on the 4th of December in the sign of Gemini, which can get a little bit chaotic, so you will be rushing around, running errands and getting everything done, spinning all the plates. You may also feel a little distracted as you do this because you're going to really be assessing it all. That's your 9th house, putting you in a very philosophical frame of mind. You'll be reviewing your life, your choices, your options, as well as identifying what you have been tolerating, what you no longer wish to accept, so you can be free to recharge and, of course, reset. Now, the Gemini influence may also increase that deep desire to be more sociable. You definitely have the integration card there, so you will have a lot of activity that brings people together. especially since you have that temperance energy there as well. And of course, ultimately, you'll be leaning into community, but there is going to be this energy that makes you choose decisions or choose options that protect your well-being. Choosing mindfulness over drama. Critical thinking also helps you listen differently too, especially to the whisperings of your heart. So you can break free from any limitations to step into the realm of possibility, of success, and of course, abundance. Now, there's always a law of balance, as you know in particular, my beautiful Librans, and December is not going to be the easiest end of the year. But I want you to be aware there's a lot of positive shifts going on, but some chaotic planetary shifts occurring as well, which can trigger stressful misunderstandings or clashes with those close to us, and even amplify erratic quirks causing frustration. Everyone feels a lot of pressure during this time of year, so it can cause people to be a little bit tetchy, let's put it that way. But this too shall pass, because Jupiter and Venus get up close and personal, and of course Venus is your ruling sign, so this is going to be very positive for you. Jupiter is all about good luck, expansion, and of course all the things that you love or want to accomplish, you're going to get extra energy spotlighted on those things to help you achieve. But basically, this connection and alignment will make it the perfect time to spread the love. And if you're searching for love for your soulmate, you'll find the love, and of course, spoil those that you hold dear with your love. Now, Mercury is also finally retrograde, and that is a huge relief. Let's face it, this last retrograde has been a bit of a doozy. But now you're given the cosmic thumbs up to move ahead without delay or chaos on any plans or projects. And of course, in terms of world events, and please fast forward this part if you really don't wish to hear it, the energy affects the world in different ways than it does for the personal. So I want you to be aware, Pluto is now deeply bonded to Aquarius energy, and that is going to be with us until 2043. That's a lot, okay? This alignment demolishes systems which are crumbling or no longer working. Partnered with Uranus retrograding in the sign of Taurus, this means revolutionary changes for tangible structures in society, in government, like regulations, rules, but also in terms of people, and them suddenly being exited from their positions. Healthcare, technology, and banking systems too are going to have a bit of an overhaul, of course. Now, if you think about it personally for your life, you may have noticed that this year was a year of shedding. Structures or things that are crumbling or not working, things that you're outgrowing, and that sets you up for embracing new future things ahead. Now, 2025 was the gateway year, the introduction, and of course, there is more to come as we switch to new systems. So in the month of December, we could see sudden digital glitches with apps. Now, your third house is influencing you, so you could see some problems with social media and apps and things like that, or even some internet glitches momentarily. This too shall pass, nothing to worry about, of course. But also, there could be some problems with payment systems, social media issues like news outlets, even TV stations like going down and things like that, just momentarily, of course, power outages or even technology collapses as, new systems are tested. Now, of course, again, I want you to be aware, this is momentary, okay? It's not something that is long-term, but market corrections after a sudden peak could also spark debates around more sustainable financial methods of exchange, triggering a revolutionary refusal from society and a demand for more freedom. Uranus is a very volatile planet, and as the sun in Sagittarius clashes, which basically means it squares up to Saturn in Pisces on the 16th, incidentally, the 16th is a tower card energy, we could see a serious water-related event kick-started by an underwater volcano. You know, I keep seeing this activity, and every time it comes more prominently in my mind, it means we're closer to that event. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm not saying it's for December, but we may witness something that literally shakes the foundations of buildings, and perhaps it's symbolic. It could be a shaking of things to come. But Uranus, could also bring the sudden removal of a leader due to controversy. I mean, take your pick. It could be anybody because there's a lot of controversy around a lot of leaderships at this moment in time. But of course, I also see a well-known public figure who led a country and a well-known singer draw their final breath, be celebrated for their service and being the voice of an era. We'll also see increased debate around solar flare activity, disrupting energy fields. Magnetic poles are shifting. We can see that. And of course, I've been talking about this all year about it affecting jet streams and ocean currents. They're changing too. The world is changing because, of course, it's releasing pressure Everything and everybody releases pressure, so it's natural. I want you to be aware of that. It's a cycle. And of course, this could give some unusual shifts, okay, and it may cause delays in travel communication systems. So, of course, just in time for holiday season, we may see some discourse around that. 3i Atlas will also make some strange maneuvers that will be of note on the 19th of December. And of course, defense systems will keep a close eye on that. And as we close out the year, your personal focus will turn more to where you feel like home, because the World card is an energy of where do you feel like you belong. Of course, it's an energy of travel and like wanting to let loose and be fancy free and integrate in lovely, wonderful experiences and expand on your opportunities. But this is a period where, of course, a lot of people celebrate accomplishments. Remember, if you've been exhausted this year, navigating plot twist after plot twist, or just managed to drag yourself out of bed to find some sort of stability, this is still progress. And Saturn's karmic boomerang will reward you and arm you with opportunity for the new year ahead. Now also, we have Mars entering the exalted position of Capricorn. There could be some last minute success for you as well, because I see that in your energy, something you're attracting. I mean, you got 2 aces here, you got a 10 of cups, you got the Lover's card. I'm really excited to do your reading because there's a lot of good stuff going on here for you. But this could leave you in a very good position as you close out the year to set you up for next. But ultimately, you're going to leave the year working out who you want to be, who you are, of course, and what you want to achieve, but also what kind of world you want to exist in. And that's something that is firmly on your mind. You're doing your bit. And also, what are you taking with you and what is firmly left behind? Because this is the end of a cycle. You're in the hot seat to decide that. Karmic debt delivers the rewards you deserve in the year ahead, to light up your world, to set your soul on fire, and be excited by all the good stuff to come. This is setting your soul on fire. This is a massive change that gives you a boost of energy. And of course, it is something that aligns you with success. You're inspired. You're making your dreams become a reality. But as you wind down the year, there is a moment of pause to almost like put your dreams on hold for a moment to catch your breath, because you're doing it all. The World card tells me that you are encompassing all of the stuff. You're holding it all together. You still have responsibilities. You're still very goal-oriented. And the Ace of Cups, it can indicate that, yes, there is a win coming in here. You feel like a champion because something is going to go your way. It was hard won. You did this. So for a lot of you, this could be a period if you work in a company that gives bonuses. I mean, not many companies do, but if you do work in one of those, there is some sort of measure of success through a bonus. There could also be this energy of news that you're going to love about the advancement of your position. I feel for some of you, especially if you work for yourself, this is about you realizing that actually you got to the end of the year. You did a great job despite some of the circumstances. You know, the 8 of Pentacles there indicates routine. You worked out a routine that you want to kind of sustain for the year ahead that is going to set you up for more wins in the future. I would say there's this energy of something exciting coming in that you will celebrate, something that gives you a feeling of just everything is right with the world. Finally, it all came together. And then there is something else that is in the works with the universe, something that's connected to your calling. I feel a lot of you won't get this until the very end of the year or even into 2026. It's like you're setting yourself up for a win in terms of your career. But there's 2 new things here that you will celebrate. One, very much you'll celebrate throughout December, and the other is something that is to come, that is going to make you feel very fulfilled. And I would say if some of you are an influencer or in the public eye, this could be that you go global or viral for something, or you expand on opportunities. Even if you run your own business, a lot of you could be thinking about expansion overseas, or even looking at different countries where you can utilize benefits or structures in order to, keep more of your wealth or be more financially savvy regarding your wealth at this time. This may be something that you are just thinking about. If you are someone in business, you're thinking about expanding on what you have done already. I feel you love what you do or aspects of it. You work really hard, like super hard, no matter who you are. And of course, there is this energy of winding down the year, being very goal-oriented and ticking a lot off your to-do list, because you still have responsibility throughout the month of December, but you want to find the sparkle, as it were, and then have a release. There's a lot of vacation energy around you. Some of you may actually have just gone on a vacation, or you're currently on one and you can't wait to get back after thinking about all the wonderful new things that you're going to implement to expand your reach when it comes to success. And you're going to be on course for a win. Several wins, but one major one in December and one as you enter into the new year, okay? Now, a lot of you, because you have the Eight of Pentacles, that means you're sustaining a certain amount of money. It means that you're careful with your finances. You're thinking about your financial future. Investing in the now will pay off in the future. So you're going to discover deals. Discounts and things like that. There's a lot of emotional spending with that Ace of Cups. So you can be gifting at this time of year. You know, you're purchasing things that you know people close to you would absolutely love. The ninth house will influence you to get some really interesting, unusual, wild, and wacky gifts for people. You're looking for the alternative, or you're looking for something a little bit more special. A lot of you may have decided, if you are gifting this year, to gift experiences or to find experiences rather than tangible like items. So this may be something you're just thinking about. So I'm going to leave it like that. But the World card is integration. You're fully involved in the month of December. You're moving ahead. Now, some of you may also be thinking about retirement, or if you are retired, it can be that you are being really practical and kind of like getting things ready for people to come over and spend some time with you. You may be hosting. Even if you're not retired, I feel a lot of you are hosting events where people come. You know, I feel there's a strong connection and everything feels right in the world, where everybody's like busy, hubbubbing together, whether it's you going out and about to unusual events or pop-up events, or whether it is people coming over and having really interesting, deep conversations about life, because your ninth house and your third house, that's all about communication, about the meaning of life, about meaningful conversations, togetherness, and connection. So a lot of you are leaning into that, and I feel this is about what you're building as your legacy for your future. So whether you're retired or not, whether you're in a career or not, I feel this is about you looking at what you want to build for your future. And even though things have been challenging, I feel like you're on course to move forward quite successfully in your endeavors and celebrate a lot of wins. But there's expansion on your mind because, of course, you have the Temperance energy there. It's about listening to your soul song and connecting to things that you have an affinity with or an alliance with, or you just feel there's reciprocal energy. A lot of you may be blending your talents and skills at this time as well in order to create something special. I mean, if you run your own business, a lot of you have new ideas in the works. Some of you may even launch something new this time of year, or you've just launched something and you're really happy with the way it's going. Yes, there's a flurry of activity. You're going to be super busy because this tells me that you are on course, keeping your nose to the grindstone and working really hard. There's a routine and a commitment. And I feel like you have a lot of commitments this month. Commitments to your job, commitments to your finances, commitments to family, friends. Do not forget about yourself. I feel with the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you are trying to commit more to yourself and your own needs. And you may be setting up some sort of ritual that helps you do that. And also, for those of you who are currently out of work and you're searching for a role, you may be feeling a little bit nervous about the job market. You've been putting yourself out there. Some of you may take seasonal work during this time, like a contract, something that is temporary there. Even if you are in a role already, you may take like a second stream of income. There's energy of like boosting your finances here. But if you're currently out of a job, I feel there's two roles coming on in. You will choose which one you love. You'll actually have an option, okay? The Ace of Cups, this is something could come in like at the, I would say, second week of December, okay? But there's something else in the works, something that perhaps you'd be more aligned with. Now, I'm not saying wait. Once you get one opportunity, wait for a second opportunity. Not at all. I feel like just when you're about to make your decision, then the other one comes on in and you get to explore it, okay? And I want to highlight here, the Ace of Wands is something that would transform the way you work. It's something exciting. You're more independent. Ten of Cups, it's very abundant. You feel like you make a lot of achievement in this. It brings you peace and good fortune, and you really connect to the people that you work with as well. So I definitely see something that is more in alignment with your higher calling there. But a lot of you, as you have been out of work, you may have been formulating new ideas of things that you would love to do and set up your own business or practice there. I feel a lot of you could even decide to partner up in business with family members or friends, or, really make headway on something that you're called to do at this time. And it's going to be very successful. In fact, in 2026, it's really going to take off. Okay, it'll be very balanced at first, but then it really takes off and it transforms your finances and your life. And your future self will thank you for what you're doing right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. But the name of the game for your month ahead is integration. Get involved in as many exciting things as possible. A lot of you can be booking vacations if you haven't already. Some of you, if you're returning from a vacation, it can indicate you're rejuvenated, you feel full, and now you are taking more care on your goals and dreams. The Ace of Cups can be the vision of what it is you would love to have in your future. And the Lover's card indicates you're in a position right now to attract it, that you're making it happen. So some good stuff is swirling around you right now. The Ace of Cups also, I would say, if you're traveling, there is a strong potential here for you to find love on the move, but also this can be an energy of you finding love at, some sort of group activity, and this person could be from a different walk of life than you, but love is available. So I would say love at first sight will occur for a lot of you during the month of December, especially as you close out the year. This could be like a New Year's celebration or some sort of event around that. There's definitely a spark of togetherness, a spark of the divine, something that starts as new feelings in December. We got the Lover's card there, turning into a high-level commitment. And if you have a crush on somebody, I feel like you're working on yourself, doing you, being your awesome self, okay? I definitely feel like this crush has feelings for you, but because we have this energy here in the center, some of you, your crush may have gone through a separation recently, okay, and they've put dating on hold for a little bit. There is a spark for sure. This person will come to you in the month of December and give you more than a hint that there is something else to be explored. And I feel with that Lover's card here that it's almost like this crush, it's like you're coming at it from an angle of like, have you been friend zoned? But by the end of December, you realize actually, no, there is something more to this. So there could be some sort of event that you get invited to that has music and it brings you both closer together. You share a moment and the rest is history. That is the beginning of your love story. So I'm going to leave that there. But this is your protagonist energy, an intention to do more things that you love, okay? And also to hold that feeling in your heart that all is well. Yes, the world is very chaotic and the world is predominant in your protagonist energy. So a lot of you are keeping your eye on the world and how it is evolving in some of the challenging situations that are going on in the world and what it means for you and your family. So you may be just very vigilant at this time and you're working really hard to put yourself in a position to be protected, or that, you're putting yourself in a position to make sure that you protect your financial endeavors and things like that. But the Ace of Cups indicates you don't want any of these things that are going on outside of yourself to rob you of your personal joy. So I feel you are learning to celebrate yourself more. There's definitely a win coming on in here, but I feel like you're celebrating yourself more. And this is an energy of embracing December, to bring your dreams into being, but also to be aware of all the possibilities that are available to you. Ace of Cups is to be open for more, okay? To romance your life a little bit more, to lean into the sparkle, into the moment with people where there is a connection. Now, your 9th house, of course, is about foreign travel. And that's where the World card comes in there for you. But it's also about learning. So a lot of you could lean into some sort of learning practice or put yourself through some sort of training, or even just book a course that will start in the new year there for you. A lot of you are leaning into your spiritual beliefs as well, your life philosophy, because the Lover's card indicates that you make decisions based on your moral compass and based on, your life philosophy there. So 9th house is going to make you feel very philosophical. You're going to be thinking about the great quest for meaning. You're going to be communicating your life's purpose and committing to it, but also the universe is responding. Your thoughts and your dreams, they become things. These are the visualizations. If you think about the cup, it is a body of water, a scrying tool to set your vision and intention for the new year ahead. And the Lover's card indicates you connect to a vibration of attraction where you attract what it is you desire. What you put out there starts to be reflected to you. So all that hard work, that devotion, all that effort that you've been making, you're going to see some tangible results of your efforts yielding fruits. Now, that basically means in all areas of your life. Investments in friendships, they will see reciprocity for you. Investments in your career goals, you're going to see things being reflected back to you for your service and your dreams starting to, unveil as planned. And of course, investment in health, because the Eight of Pentacles can be to look more at your health. A lot of hydration here. This can be the month of excess. And I feel a lot of you, hydration kind of goes out the window. So just watch out for that. I feel like in particular, you need to focus on hydration during this period. And the Eight of Pentacles also is about being balanced in your body and having a ritual or routine that keeps you on top of your beauty goals, or making sure that, you just keep on top of your health, basically. Also, this is a period where higher learning is starred because you're looking at the bigger picture. So you may be learning more to inform yourself about yourself. Doesn't always have to be an upskill of, a talent that you have. It can be that you are learning more spiritually about yourself, or learning more about your connection to life and to your belief system. And you may even think about going on a retreat, maybe something you're saving for. For some of you, it could be that you're thinking about, a different life abroad. Would it be different somewhere else? For some of you, it could be literally setting up a retreat, to be running a retreat for other people to give back. So I feel like you're looking at the bigger picture of your life right now and reinvesting in yourself. This is a card of learning more about what you've been capable of this year as you close out the year, and recognize you are a champion. With the resources that you had, you did the best with the circumstances that you've got. You're still working really hard to make it work, and you're going to see some tangible wins there. Now, your third house is influencing you at the end of the month, so you are going to spend a little more time on communication. So this could be like on social media, communicating with people overseas. This could be family, friends. This could be business relationships as well. Great time to network. If you are in a business, I actually see here that there is someone who is well known in the public eye. Whatever service or goods or, thing that you offer for your business, if you work for yourself, there's someone who's well known, recognizable, and they will use your service and they will shout about it. Okay, so this is like free marketing because they really love what you're about or what you do. So I see like a really great review coming in if you run your own business. Okay, so if you work for a company, I definitely see some sort of appraisal energy that's already taken place, but I feel there are some good things that are going to come out of that. And, there could be some bonus energy here, as I mentioned, that will help. And for some of you, it could be also a gift or a token that is gifted to you for, appreciation that you actually give to a family member, or it helps your family. So it could be like a loyalty card or a gift card that has a financial amount on it, and you gift it to a family member to help with food or to purchase a gift or whatever. For some of you, it could actually be like a gifting basket with stuff like, beverages or food items, condiments, things like that. So there may be something like that coming on in that is gifted to you, and you share the love by actually giving it to someone that you hold dear. Not that you're not appreciative of the gift, because there is a gift coming on in here, but with this Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you are like, you know what, I'm really lucky, I'm grateful, and I have enough. And you have a lot of share cards here with that Ten of Cups and the Lover's card. So it's about sharing the love, sharing what you have, okay? Now, that third house of communication is about finding your voice, speaking loud and proud, expressing yourself, your ideas. Law of attraction is going to work really well for you. I see someone, and I saw this in another reading. I'm not sure which one, maybe for Taurus. So maybe some of you have some Taurus placements. I mean, it may even be the Venus influence, because Venus is connected to you and Taurus, of course. But I see a lot of you writing down like a list of things that you want to accomplish in the year ahead and things that you're leaving behind, and kind of like burning that list and offering up as a ritual. So I feel like your communications will be heard and will be delivered as you move beyond 2025 there, because you're in a strong manifesting connection And I feel this is about you connecting to your higher calling. So a lot of you also will see, issues with neighbors. If you have any neighbors that have been causing problems, you may see some of those leave. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are like, oh, if you're having some trouble, there's an energy of them leaving. So you may hear about that very soon. And the new people who replace them in that accommodation will be so much nicer. And you actually get connected and build a friendship with those people in the future. But back to you, the higher calling card energy. This is an energy of kind of like judging the year that has gone by, looking at things that you feared to change or couldn't change, or you felt, you were exhausted with, things that you have been tolerating. This is you reaching for something more. And of course, this Saturn influence here indicates you're going to be stricter with your goals, but you're going to be more compassionate with the way that you achieve them. So you are building ritual, you are focusing on being consistent, and consistency, of course, brings success, but you are going to be very philosophical during this period as well, and connect to what's the meaning of life? What's it all about? What have I accomplished, and how will it help for the future? A lot of those conversations going on there. Now we do have the Ten of Cups. Okay, it's in the resistance position at first, but it will go into the upright. That which you do not have, you shall have, is what that means. But also this can be you leaning into family, into connections. And of course, some of you may celebrate this time of year. Some of you may not, but there may be some sort of gathering, a family gathering, and there may be someone who's absent, either because they're overseas, so you can dial them in with that social media aspect on your third house element, but also for some of you, you're also going to be, thinking about people who are no longer with you at the table during this time of year if they have passed away, because the Ten of Cups can be someone in spirit joining you. They're actually helping you with your higher calling. They're really championing you and like cheerleading you from the sidelines on something you want to accomplish. And I'm being given this energy that you're doing it all by yourself, but they're giving a nudge to some of the things that have been delayed for you recently, and you're going to see things start to show up for you a little bit quicker. But the Ace of Wands, of course, it's in the resistance position at first. And this can indicate that you felt a little bit numb recently, or if you've been grieving, this can indicate that you've been robbed of energy, or you feel that, things have been stagnant. You may find it's really hard to kind of celebrate the moment because of this loss. And I totally hear you. I totally get you. But the message I'm getting from this energy coming through is like, live in the moment, celebrate the moment. It's so important. And you're going to remember all the memories. In fact, there's this energy I'm seeing right now. And this may not resonate with everyone, but I have to acknowledge that it's come through. I see someone opening like some sort of cabinet, or I'm not sure what this is, but it's two little doors opening and something falls out. It tumbles out and it kind of spreads across the floor, and it's like messages or memories or something connected to someone in spirit. So some of you may encounter a moment where you open, looking for something else, you open something, and then suddenly this little box of something just tumbles out, and you go through this box and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember that when, and it just brings tears to your eyes, tears of joy and sadness. I totally get that. But this was on purpose from this person. It's like, you remember me all the time, and I'm around you all the time. Get busy living. Remember how you laughed. Remember how the moments brought us together, and how we sparkled, and how we lived in a cycle of life. Celebrate that. But do not, get stuck in the emotions that you're in right now. Easier said than done, I totally know, okay? I've been through some stuff myself, I totally get it. So it's going to be a process, but I feel like you're going to get those sort of messages in your real time from someone in spirit. Lots of like billboard moments where you're walking down the sidewalk and you see a message, which is like, live in the moment, or I love you, celebrate life, or something. There's a lot of unconditional love here, and they just want the best for you. And it's like, you know what? I'm still around. I still hear you. You remember me all the time. I remember how you laughed. I want you to laugh again. I want you to be happy. So there's something there coming through, and with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to remove myself from the energy. They're also showing me a large map. Okay, I know there's a map here on your card, the Temperance card. So of course this can be balance, but the map can be like your blueprint of your plans that it's going to work out, because I'm now seeing someone point a finger on the map. So it can be like you can go anywhere in the world, or it can be like the world is your oyster. Choose, just choose. Like, I feel, because it's so blurred as to where they're pointing on the map right now, it's like, choose. Choose what you want. Choose what will make you happy, and it shall be so. Take one step towards that. You're going to make it happen. You're in a vibration of reciprocity right now. So again, I'm just going to ground my energy and remove myself from that and move forward. The Ace of Wands, yes, there have been some disappointments, some setbacks this year, but the best is yet to come. This will turn into the upright. This indicates that you are achieving a lot, but you're also, most importantly, going to achieve reigniting that spark, that passion. You know, very creative time for you, a lot of potential for transformation. If you're yearning for something, imagining something, you're going to have it. It requires you to be bold and daring to make this happen, but something new is coming on in here, and it's time to dream big because you're making your dreams become a reality. Ace of Wands is to be inspired. It is also to remember that you have a vision and you are unique, and whatever that vision is, you have the power to transform it. As long as you love it and it fulfills you, you are going to make it your destiny right now. So I feel a lot of you as well, there is an excitement around togetherness, people coming together. You're definitely going to get messages from people abroad is what I'm seeing. And someone who is abroad may suddenly surprise you and come to your neighborhood and say, hey, I'm in town. Want to meet up? So I feel you get talking about life, and you may even have some really interesting conversations about where they live. And it may set you thinking about where you live. Okay, so that's coming through there as well. What else am I getting here? Now, for some of you, if you are going through a separation, this can be a very challenging period, okay? But it sets you thinking about community, reciprocity. It's totally going to spin you off in a different direction. You're going to build new friendships. There's new love coming on in here. Take your time because you're going to feel so fulfilled. Sometimes we have to shed experiences that taught us lessons that we didn't ask for, and it sets you up for more to come, for better things to come there as well. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because sometimes this time of year where there's so much togetherness, especially if your friendships have evolved or you've been, you know, out there on a limb doing life all by yourself, you're independent, sometimes it can feel a little bit lonely out there. But I see you getting integrated in some sort of group or some sort of activity, a hobby, and you build very firm friendships and you are welcomed in. And I feel that this will, you know, kind of dissolve this sense of loneliness, because you're meeting people who resonate, who get you, who see you. Okay, so I see activity, integration there in some sort of group or something that brings people together. Now, I do feel there could be some repair work going on in the home space. Okay, and I feel like a lot of you may even do this repair work yourself or get someone who's close to you to do it if they have knowledge of that. So that's awesome. Also, I see a lot of decluttering, DIY, getting your house in order is what I'm seeing. So this could be that you get a moment during this period, although you're going to be very busy, so I'm not sure where you're going to fit that in, but I do feel like you get to declutter or reorganize and spruce up your home to make it your sanctuary. But we have the temperance energy there. This is you solidifying what it is you want, but also you can have more than one purpose. So it can be co-aligning with two paths at this time. And of course, this is an energy of having the balance. You know, water and earth equals growth. So I feel like personal growth has occurred. You're going to do a lot of looking back and looking to the future of where you want to go, looking at your blueprint for your plans, but also to be flexible and fluid and be open to what the universe wants to deliver as more. And I feel this is a month where a lot of you are going to submerge yourself in events that have music. It will change your vibration. And of course, the Temperance card is a card of evaluation, of psychological healing, of flowing energy. So removing any blockages, anything that didn't go your way, anything that set you back or anybody who let you down. I feel like you're just releasing it, letting it go so you can flow and be more fluid and flexible for your future. Money blocks as well being removed during this time. Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you, you're maintaining the finances. You work really hard for it. You know, I feel like you're keeping a tight rein on those finances and trying to remain balanced so you do not overspend there. And with that Strength card, it indicates, you know, vigilance, keeping an eye on things. It means that you have willpower to stay on top of some sort of strategy that you are implementing there. You're a very strong person. You've been through some stuff, as I mentioned there, and I feel like you are conquering an inner battle. overcoming something. A lot of you, as I said, hydration, but you could be cutting something out that doesn't work for you anymore, or something that has been changing your energy levels, draining you, whether it's a person or a situation, and you're definitely separating yourself from that, or distancing yourself there. But I feel like you've got the strength to take things to the next level in your life, whatever that level is for you. Strength card also indicates more self-love, more self-care, okay? Grappling with those intrusive thoughts, because of course the third house is all about thoughts, communication. It's an air element, and it's about you looking at the monumental goals that you have and thinking, wow, that's a lot. How am I going to get there? Well, the universe says take one step towards your dreams, and the universe will take 10 steps towards you. There's some sort of action here, and there is some sort of fulfillment. This is the first step. This is the universe with the 10 steps. So I want you to be aware of that. And of course, we have the Lovers card. So that's leaning into friendships. A lot of you may go traveling or go visiting or even host. There's a lot of togetherness here, there. And it doesn't have to be in person. It can be through, some sort of social media, online, video call, things like that. There is an energy also of you looking at who is thoughtful towards you. I feel a lot of you with the Lovers card, this is you, as I said, attracting what you need, but also it's about you making certain choices and also having the courage to make choices that benefit you. You tend to be an overgiver, and you may be looking at where you have tolerated people taking up your time. I mean, you don't mind giving so much of yourself, but not from an empty cup. It's time to replenish. And I feel sometimes you may have made yourself feel uncomfortable in order to make someone else feel more comfortable. And this may be someone in your family unit or someone who's close to you. Doesn't mean that you're not going to help them out or be there for them, but it also feels like you're going to factor in your own needs and not abandon yourself to make someone else feel more comfortable, okay? Yes, you're going to stay on top of your payment plans because there's a lot of practical energy here as well. Some of you may refuse to attend some sort of family gathering because you have other plans, or you have something else in mind that you want to do. Doesn't mean you don't want to be there. It just means it clashes with a personal plan. And you may have in the past accommodated that and thought, you know what, actually, I'll cancel my plans so that I can factor this in. But I feel like this time around, you're like, I'm not going to do that. Okay. And you can find a balance. You can attend the two as well. That's coming out there as well. Now, if you are holding an event, there may be someone who last minute cancels, and you'll just work around that. You're really flexible around that. Anything else that's coming out there? Lots of very honest, raw conversations as we start to close out the year for you. And this may cause some real eye-opening moments where people reveal their truth and kind of shock each other, but at least it's on the table. That's a good thing that's come out there. We've got I am fearless. So that's about you having the strength to go after your goals and dreams and make them your reality. And, travel to wherever you want to and just embrace a world without fear. So important, because fear can put us in a box of limitation. Okay, so it's about setting yourself free and saying, actually, I want to go off and do this thing. And you'll feel the fear, but you're going to do it anyway, okay? Now, we've got I reveal my truth. So that's about you being authentic. And you've also got the authenticity card. Your third house and your ninth house is going to influence you in that. But also, some of you, it can be that, you want to settle in with like documentaries on the unknown during this time. The ninth house is also about you seeking travel or even connecting to the spirit world. So you may even have a tarot reading booked or seek out a medium or go to some sort of event where it's spiritual in nature or has crystals and things like that. So it can be that in your authenticity, you're discovering tools or things that can help you connect more on a deeper level to you and to what you love. Submerging yourself in, and I am ready. I feel like you're ready for 2026 and beyond. I feel like there's a lot of new things bubbling up here for you. I feel there's a lot of success, a lot of completing tasks, and having that moment of respite before things get busy for you again in 2026, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have the ladybug and the spider. Oh my gosh. So both of these are good luck omens. So the ladybug is about spontaneous good luck, moments that are fleeting, but good luck all the same. And of course, the spider is all about the web. Okay, not just, the World Wide Web that is connecting to you, because of course your third house is all about communication, online things. This can also be the web that you weave, the plans that you have. And of course, the spider can indicate that you're looking at toxicity in your life as well, so you can, eradicate anything that's negative. This is a period of excess, so keep hydrated. That keeps coming up there. The spider can also indicate that you are going to have better luck catching your dreams. A dream catcher is modeled on a spider's web. So this is about, what you dream and wish for. There's good luck here. And of course, you've built a network, or you've built a foundation right now to catch whatever it is that you want to catch. So that is great there as well. Now, just be a little bit mindful of your defense mechanism, your immune system, because this is a period where seasonally you can catch a cold, okay, or something, some sort of seasonal unwellness. And with the Ace of Wands in the resistance position, it can indicate that you're a little bit more open to something that could drain your energy or like dampen the energy a little bit, like a 3-day type thing. So nothing to worry about, of course, but I just want you to be aware of that. Stay on top of your vitamins and your minerals. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Librans. I hope something resonates there as you close out the year. Good stuff to come for you in the next one. So thank you so much, and love and light.